to the Dark Moon podcast, where we're exploring the hidden, the mystical and psychological depths of the world around us. I'm Kate Sylvanus, and today we're diving into a subject that's really, really close to my heart: the healing powers of the domestic cat. These enigmatic creatures have lived alongside humans for thousands of years, revered as the magical guardians and spiritual protectors and even divine beings. Beyond the myths and folklore, cats do possess a real tangible healing abilities that science is only just beginning to understand. So whether you have a feline companion curled up beside you like I do, or you're simply curious about the mystical nature of cats, settle in and let's uncover the history, energy and power of the domestic cat. So let's start with a little history. Cats have been our companions for at least 9,000 years. The first domestic cats were likely in ancient Egypt, where they were deeply revered. The goddess Beset, often depicted as a lioness or domestic cat, symbolized the home, fertility and protection. Killing a cat in ancient Egypt was punishable by death, not just because they kept the grain stores safe from rodents, but because they were seen as divine guardians of the household. Egyptians even mummified their cats to ensure their companionship in the afterlife. There are tombs filled with thousands of cat mummies, proof of deep spiritual and cultural significance that these animals held. But Egypt wasn't the only place where cats were honoured. In Norse mythology, the goddess Freya had a chariot pulled by two giant cats. How she pulled that off is a mystery all on its own, but she was the goddess of love, fertility and magic, and her connection to cats was a sign of their mystical power, and her power too. In Japan, the Manki Niko or beckoning cat, is a talisman of good fortune. Celtic traditions viewed cats as otherworldly creatures, guardians of the spirit realms, and cats were often given as gifts, kittens given as gifts to newlyweds. Then comes the Middle Ages in Europe, when cats fell from grace. Because of their independent nature and eerie nocturnal habits, they became associated with witchcraft. Many were persecuted, particularly black cats. Ironically, their decline contributed to an increase in the rat population, helping to spread the Black Death. Despite this, cats never lost their magic. They continued to be familiars, companions, and protectors for those who walked the mystical paths. So what makes cats such powerful healers? So let's talk about purring, that soft rhythmic vibration that isn't just a sign of contentment. Scientific research shows that a cat purrs resonates between 25 to 150 hertz, a frequency that promotes healing in bones and tissues. That's why some believe that a cat sitting on your lap and purring can help with pain relief, stress reduction, and even lowering of blood pressure. In fact, studies have shown that cat owners are 30% less likely to die of heart attacks or strokes, likely because of the stress-reducing effects of feline companionship. Beyond the physical, cats are also emotional and energetic healers. They absorb and neutralize negative energy. If you've ever noticed a cat gravitating towards you when you're sad, anxious or unwell, it's not a coincidence. They sense the changes in energy and often act as little guardians, helping to balance emotions. They'll even come towards you if you don't like cats. Have you noticed that? You walk into a room and you don't like cats, and the person gets covered in them, helping to balance out those emotions. Some people believe that cats even act as protectors in the spirit realm, warning their owners of unseen forces. In folk magic, it's said that a cat sleeping at the foot of your bed wards off nightmares and negative entities. And then there's the meditative power of a cat's presence. You can't move. You watch a cat move or sleep, or even just blink slowly at you, has a deeply calming effect. It's almost like a form of mindfulness. It brings you into the present moment, which is an incredible tool for reducing anxiety and finding inner peace. The domestic cat also perceived as a simple companion holds a rich and complex spiritual significance across various cultures and belief systems. Their enigmatic nature, coupled with their unique behaviours, has led to their association with mysticism, intuition, and even divine protection. Here's a deeper look into the spiritual dimensions of cats and their empowering influence on people, intuition, and psychic awareness. Cats are widely believed to possess heightened senses and the ability to perceive energies beyond the human range. This perception is often interpreted as a connection to the spirit realm. It's when they start staring at the wall and sort of as if there's something there that you can't see. Many people believe that cats can sense negative energies or even spirits, acting as guardians against unwanted influence. Their ability to remain calm in seemingly unsettling situations reinforce this perception. This perceived intuitive ability of cats can empower people to trust their own instincts. By observing a cat's reactions, individuals may become more attuned to their own inner guidance. Symbolism and cultural significance. Historically, cats have been revered in various cultures. In ancient Egypt, they were associated with the goddess Bastet, representing protection, fertility, and home. The association with elevated cats to a sacred status. In Ireland, there was Palais. Palais was a cat goddess. I found her on a t-shirt once. I can't really find much on her on the internet, but she was definitely a cat goddess, and it was a beautiful Celtic image. In some spiritual traditions, cats are seen as symbols of independent mystery and magic. Their nocturnal nature and silent movements contribute to this aura of mystique. These historical and cultural associations imbue cats with a sense of power and spiritual significance, which can positively influence their human companions. Healing and emotional support. The act of petting a cat has been shown to reduce stress and anxiety. The soothing purr of a cat is believed to have many healing properties, promoting relaxation and emotional well-being. Cats offer companionship, unconditional love, which can be particularly empowering for individuals facing loneliness or emotional challenges. Their presence can create a sense of calm and stability, fostering a peaceful and harmonious environment, empowering through independence. Cats are known for their independent nature. This trait can empower people to embrace their own autonomy and self-reliance. Observing a cat's self-assuredness can inspire individuals to cultivate their own sense of independence and confidence. Cats teach us the importance of self-care and setting boundaries, which are essential aspects of personal empowerment. Spiritual guardians. Many believe that cats act as spiritual guardians, protecting their human companions from negative energies and psychic attacks. Their ability to sense subtle changes in energy is thought to create a protective shield around their home and loved ones. This sense of protection can bring a feeling of safety and security, empowering individuals to face life challenges with greater confidence. In essence, the spiritual presence of a domestic cat can be a powerful force for good. They provide emotional support, inspire independence, and offer a sense of spiritual protection. By recognizing and appreciating the deeper dimensions of their feline companions, people can unlock a greater sense of inner peace and empowerment. Cats don't just heal, they empower. Unlike dogs, who I love dearly too, they thrive on obedience and companionship. Cats teach us the value of independence. There was a meme not so long ago about people who love dogs want something that's dependent on them, whereas people who like cats don't mind not being so in control. And that's pretty much how it works. They remind us to set boundaries, to prioritize self-care, and to flipping well walk our own path. If you've ever tried to control a cat, you know it doesn't work. They do things on their own terms, and that's maybe why they've been associated with witches and mystics. In spiritual traditions, cats are seen as gatekeepers between worlds, able to move effortlessly between the mundane and the mystical. They embody duality, gentle yet fierce, affectionate yet independent, playful yet mysterious. If you remember that movie with Keanu Reeves, Constantine, I think there's another one out, but the first one, he used the cat's eyes to travel to the hell realm. And that sort of puts it in a nutshell. I don't think the cat really appreciated it. However, it has aspects of it that is from lots of different realms. They certainly are alien if you start looking into their eyes. But the more we get to love one and the more we get to know it, you know that they don't wish you any harm. They are nuts, they are crazy, they are chaotic, and yet they are peaceful, they are centered, they are graceful. I love my pussycat, and basically the relationship has taught me much. So for those of us walking a spiritual path, cats are perfect companions. They mirror our own energy back to us, teaching us self-awareness and reminding us to trust our intuition. So I've had many black cats, so despite centuries of superstition, they're actually quite powerful symbols of protection and in mystery. In many cultures, a black cat crossing your path isn't bad luck. It's a sign that you're being watched over. I haven't got a black cat. I've got a ginger and white one, and his name is King Merlin. I call him Merlin when he was a kitten because I happened to go to Stonehenge and it was just appropriate. But he isn't really a mystical creature. He's very much a material creature. So I've had black cats that are mystical creatures, but this one is much more grounded in reality. He likes being fed. He likes his creature comforts. He is very much a present thing. So he got the title King because he's a sort of a very noble creature, but it's definitely material. If you're in ever doubt about your own power, look to the cat. Learn from its grace, its confidence, and unshakable sense of self. A cat does not apologize for being exactly what it is, and neither do I. I am the cat that walks alone, and all places are the same from me. So what can we learn from cats? To be present. Watching a cat sleep or stretch reminds me to slow down and savor the moment. To trust my instincts. A cat can never seems to second guess itself, even when it falls off. It moves with confidence, reminding us to trust our own intuition. My cat's fallen off the boat several times, and he comes in really, really cross. But he still moves with confidence and still does it again. So to set boundaries, cats demand and respect personal space. We should too. And to embrace our mystery. We don't have to explain ourselves to everybody. Some things, like the cat's secrets, are best kept to ourselves. So if you have a cat in your life, take a moment to appreciate the quiet wisdom they bring. And if you don't, maybe it's time to consider inviting one to your home. Or maybe spinning the cat lottery and see what you can get. Thank you for joining me today on the Dark Moon podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, share, leave a review. I really could do with that right now. You can also find me on weavesofwaves.life. I've got this new website up and running. It's kind of scary. But until next time, stay curious, stay empowered, and may the magic of the feline always be with you.